Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
I'm Matt.
And we have 3 games on the table.
Just for you.
Just for you. Basically, me and Matt are incredibly busy.
Yeah, so we had to kind of compile, if you know what I mean, 3 games all together, but it's 3 games that we really want to talk to you about it.
Exactly.
So instead of doing like 3 full blown up reviews, we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3 and
boom. Tell you some thoughts on these interesting games. And if you want to hear what we think about these 3 games,
hit the subscribe button.
you need to do it once, not 3 times.
No,
Really
just
easy.
one. Just
Easy.
one.
Super easy.
Yeah, that's it. And once you've done it, we can start with the first one, or it's gonna be this, or this. I don't know. You have to look.
We'll see.
Watch it.
Rolling dice, feeling nice. Cardboard dreams and game schemes. Click subscribe, it's a vibe. Board Stupid's all we need. Board Stupid, game reviews for you and me. Board Stupid, here's what you should play and see.
Okay, we're starting with the smaller box.
Tiny box.
Tiny box, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're talking about...
Moving Wild. Moving Wild is by Chris Prescott, who you might know this by another name, Zuli.
Yes.
Same game, just his own publishing, I think,
Yes.
own publishing art, as opposed to this, which you might recognise as being an Oink game, because it is. Oink games are famous for doing games in these tiny little boxes.
Yes.
They do a whole bunch of
They
different
managed
stuff.
to pack a lot of game in a small box. That's their signature thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very collectible,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
beautiful as well.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful product.
Very Japanese.
Very-
Yeah,
well, there we go,
everything is
absolutely. Very nice.
But if you see Zuli, it's the same game.
Same game.
It's exactly the same, different box.
Different box, same game. And this is a card drafting game,
Yes.
Matt, where you are essentially trying to create the most successful animal park / safari / zoo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Where you are drafting cards, and we like card drafting, over 3 separate rounds with a diminishing set of cards each round, trying to create various environments, and then the animals to go in those environments, and then various upgrades, and then scoring between each round with a lovely little flexibility where between each round you can shuffle your cards around
Yeah.
to maximise your scoring.
So basically, when you draft your cards, you will have both animal cards and environmental cards. Each environment, that could be the river, the forest,
the grasslands.
Each one will have a certain number of animal spaces
Yeah.
that you can put. And then you will need to get your animals to go in that specific environment, but each animal will have a different size because an elephant is not the same size of a penguin.
Yeah.
So if you want to try to fit, you can fit multiple penguins,
yeah.
but probably just one elephant. And there is this very nice puzzle that you try to, through the drafting, that you need to try to solve on how to fit as much animals as you can into those spots.
Definitely, and the animals will be either friendly or they will be like carnivorous. I think it's hungry is the alternative.
Hungry
or
animals.
friendly.
And you don't want the hungry animals to be with the friendly ones.
Doesn't
because
work.
otherwise,
They don't get on.
They're
Exactly.
going to be eaten.
And the great thing about card drafting, Matt, is it comes in with that inbuilt sense of tension where you're like, oh, everything is going well so far. I hope no one passes me a humongous animal that I can't fit in my park.
And then get what you get.
3 elephants in a row. Like that. It's great. The game gives you sort of some negative points when you can't fit animals in, or if you have empty spaces left in your pens in your various environments. But it's not particularly punishing.
No.
But it's very fun.
It's always nice. It's very nice to play. It's very easy. So it's easy to explain as well to the people. It's very satisfying when, of course, each animal then will have their own, like, let's call it ability or powers. Some of them will give you multipliers if they are in flocks or in groups, or some of them want to be alone, and so you will have to find yourself the right scoring. But talking about how we feel about this game, I think it's been a big hit for our group.
I think so. Yeah, my partner Tina absolutely loves this game. I mean, she thinks this is absolutely magical. I think she's onto something. It is really fun.
Yeah,
I've taken this to pubs. Yeah, it's been a good time. You can play it in almost any scenario. Like you say, it's relatively easy to teach. I think it's got a relatively low ceiling. I think once you've played it a few times,
It's kind of like you start seeing, but then it's the drafting that makes it unpredictable every time.
Exactly.
Yes.
The game is the draft. And
Yeah.
if you like drafting, you'll probably get a kick out of moving wild.
Yeah,
I think.
and yeah, absolutely. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very nice game to have as a filler or as a starter, an appetizer,
20
very good
minutes.
appetizer
Yeah, very good
for your game night. And absolutely. And on top of that, we just played
Fetching Feathers.
Fetching Feathers. That is the not the continuation, not the part 2, but kind of like a spiritual successor to Moving Wilds that will involve birds. But we're gonna talk about that when the game is a little bit more ready. But if you check the Aircon video, there is an old a piece about that one. But I would say that this is a recommendation from us. It's an easy one. It's a cheap game because on games they do
Relatively
10, 15 pounds.
Yeah, about 15 pounds
like
you can pick it up. Yeah.
And you can leave it there and take it out every time you want to have some fun.
Yeah, definite recommendation for Moving Wild. Okay, next one up, Matt. Significantly bigger box. Significantly bigger scope.
Significantly full, and I'm now worried because it can't really stand. This game is so packed that it can't really stand.
It is a jam-packed
You
box.
all see it. It's very nice. It's
Very pretty.
Crafting Cosmos from Office Dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down because I know that we'll
It may
have
explode.
to redo
Like
all
the
the
Big
box
Bang.
inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Crafting the Cosmos. Same guys, Office Dog, same guys that brought us one of our favorite games from last year. That was River of Gold.
Brilliant game.
Same guys that did Lord of the Rings, the trick-taking game.
Amazing game.
Again, maybe the video for the review of that is already out or
We'll
is
see.
coming out in
I'll
the
link
next.
it if it is.
Yeah. But another amazing production.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Top tier production.
Yes.
I mean, Office Dog have got a name for that, I feel like. Yeah.
Absolutely. But what is the game?
This game is... It is an interesting kind of puzzle game.
Yes.
It's essentially an abstract solo multiplayer solo strategy game.
Yeah.
Where the spatial element, where you are essentially or ostensibly creating your galaxy, your cosmos. You have different stars with different chemical elements that you need to draft and get from a middle supply, and then
the middle supply that is part of the
this
box.
Is part of the box. Absolutely.
We'll take some photos, but
there's a lot going on.
There is a lot of going on. You basically take all the elements from this top box onto your board, and
explode stars.
Yeah, moving the spheres on this central board.
Yeah.
That's what I would call it. Every time you move your balls.
Your balls.
Sounds better.
Your
Those
orbs,
are
your energy
your
orbs.
spheres.
Yeah.
You're gonna collect different type of elements that gonna come onto your board, and those elements will basically create the planets or the stars on your board. As you said, it's very much multi-solitaire.
Yes.
There is a very limited interaction that I'm normally not a big fan.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I want to have a lot of interaction. But at the same time, when we play the game, even if they're not my favorite genre, I was like, this is really interesting.
It is very interesting. It has a couple of things that it does quite differently. This whole sort of spatial puzzle, this element of maneuvering the things around. Once you get your chemical elements, which are your resources in the game, which essentially what you're aiming to do is surround these star tiles with the elements that they need.
Yep.
If you can do that, they will score you points.
Yeah.
But there are features in the game which will allow you to move your elements around using gravity, thematic.
Yeah.
Things like that. You need to also generate sort of early life, right? Sort of create the chemical environment for life, and that will score you bonus points. So there's some interesting things that it does. And again, in this beautiful production, but yeah, there is just limited to zero interaction.
Yes, yeah. That's
which for you will be a positive or a negative.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of big games that are actually really good but very multi-solitaire.
Yeah.
That if that is your jam, this is absolutely fantastic.
This is great, yeah.
The spatial puzzle
Yes.
that you got, and the resource puzzle is really, really good. But at the end of the day, you're gonna work on your board while the other ones are taking their turns, and then at the end of the game, you're gonna be, look at this, I made
scored more than you.
1,000,000 points. That is scratch that itch that if you have that about the puzzle, but it lack into that having fun all together.
And I think, and also we always like to talk about tension a lot in the game, like
Yes.
positive tension.
Yeah.
I feel this game lacks tension in that way.
Yeah.
Where there is nothing really that stops me doing the thing that I want to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes, again, like my partner Tina, she really likes this as well. She likes being able to just do the thing that she wants to do and not have anyone mess the plan up.
Yeah. That's
And
why.
that's-
No, yeah, absolutely. That's why the game is 2 to 4 players. We think that probably 2 players
Actually,
is the
probably the
best.
number.
It's the best because you can have you and your partner or your friends while having a nice cup of tea or a coffee
glass of
or a
wine,
relaxing
a
relaxing wine,
Yeah.
and just play the game and just talk about how the day's gone.
Yeah.
This is perfect for that.
And the production is wild.
Oh yes, yeah, and everything is beautiful, everything is shiny, everything is great. So it's a recommendation if you like the genre.
If you like the genre, probably not for us, I'd have thought so, but might be for you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's for Tina, so
For Tina.
It's for your girlfriend. So it's there is a market for this kind of games, and it's beautiful anyway.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least on the agenda,
Definitely
Matt,
not.
we
Yeah.
have Azul Duel.
Yes, so we already spoke about this game a couple of times on the channel. So we want to just touch it a little bit more because
bit more
again,
detail.
it's a big title. It's one of the best-selling games of the start of the year.
Yeah.
There is a reason why, because Azul again is a big brand. It's a big name.
It's a huge name,
And,
that. Yeah.
so this one comes with a lot of expectation, at least from our point. It came with a very high bar
Of course.
to pass.
I mean, Azul is one of my favourite games ever. And
Yeah,
yours. I mean,
it's-
it's a top 100 game for many people.
Yeah, and rightfully.
Rightfully so, yeah. Spiel des Jahres winner.
So, Azul Duel is not Azul. It takes a lot of the mechanics, but they are 2 different games. So you're not playing the Azul in 2 players. That you can do absolutely fine with the normal Azul, and that's probably the way that I play the most Azul so far in the last 10 years now. I don't know. I played like 1,000,000 times. If you're looking for Azul and just playing 2 player, just get the
play Azul.
original.
Just play
get
Azul.
the original.
If you don't have Azul, buy normal Azul.
But the normal Azul. Azul Duel, what I feel is if someone like me or you that played Azul so many times that you want something with the same flavor, with a different recipe, with different elements, a little bit of more of challenge, a little complexity, a step higher,
Yes.
and having a more like a proper head-to-head game, well, Azul Duel, I find it like it's a very, very good game.
Yeah.
I would not say if someone asks me, "Oh, is Azul games to buy, or which version should I buy?" I will still tell you buy the original one if you never played it before. But if you played it tons of time and you want something different because you get not bored, but you just like
You want
same
more.
game
A little bit
over and
more.
over. This is definitely the way. Like I would not suggest to people to go and buy the other version of Azul, like the chocolate or the
Summer Pavilion. It's excellent.
I
Queen's Guard.
not for me. I'll still prefer the original one. And if I need to buy an expansion or a different way, I will definitely go for Azul Duel.
Okay. Yeah, I think this game, it certainly has its place, as you say, if you do play Azul in 2 players, but you want slightly more complexity, because that's what this offers, really.
Yeah.
If you were to boil it down, it offers another level of drafting,
Yes.
another layer of drafting.
Yeah, because it's basically the player board is drafted. So
Exactly.
different from the original Azul where the board is fixed.
Yeah.
This one you're drafting the pieces that you want to
Exactly,
do,
from where you're going to place the tiles on. So it adds another layer there. And it also has an interesting sort of stacking element. So the way that you take tiles becomes more interactive and challenging because you stack them in a way which is advantageous to you and not to your opponent.
Yeah.
So there's various things there going on.
Way more strategic.
Very
way,
much so.
Way more. They tune it exactly for the 2-player.
They did tune it, and you can feel like this may have originally been a much bigger game, or for more players, but you can imagine this for 4 players might go a bit too long.
It could be, because at the end of the day, a game of Azul Duel will take you probably 45.
Yeah.
Good
It's a
45
good,
minutes.
solid game.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get a lot of time out of it.
Yeah.
My main issue and beef with this game, Matt,
Yeah.
is
It's the same that I have.
it's the production.
Yes.
It's a bit weak. I mean, tiles, great.
The
Bag, lovely.
Yeah.
That's probably most of the cost of this
the
game.
bags, the bag and the tile and the tower where you
That's cool.
put the used
Love that.
tile, that is all good. The player board itself is a little bit too thin for my taste, just because I
just too
know
thin.
that a drink is gonna be spilled and I need to rebuy the entire game.
Yeah, and you can even with too many players because the way it's just basically folded cardboard.
Yeah.
It feels like so.
But very thin cardboard, like
yeah.
the plastic, kind of like, I don't even know how to call it.
Just a coated
coated
lined cardboard, which
But-
is fine. But the game itself, I think, certainly has a place. It's just a shame about those player boards. But the rest of it is pretty good, and actually price-wise not bad. So I think in general, we
Yeah.
say if you've already played a ton of Azul and you want to play it more with 2 players and have more complexity, this is the one. If you've never played or bought Azul, buy the original because it's not that much more expensive and you get a nicer production.
Yeah, and once you played a million times, then Azul Duel is
there for you.
It's definitely for you. I would say don't bother with the other type, but it's this or the original.
Okay. Okay, Matt, we've come to the end of our little triple review, our
Yes,
triple triads, if you like, our
Yeah.
triple threat.
And we do something different this time, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Title TBC, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But Matt, I would like to ask you, which of these games would you pick to put in your collection? Out of these, and why?
For me, myself, I think we're gonna go with Azul Duel.
Okay.
Azul, again, is one of my favorite games. It's a game that I played so many times that I like it more, and I like the extra complexity level that Azul Duel give us to me and my girlfriend, basically. So
Yeah.
it's just
Very nice.
like we play so much Azul that this is a nice variation. We will still go back and playing the normal Azul, but sometimes you're gonna be like, should we get Azul Duel out? Absolutely yes. I will be very happy to do so. What about
Nice.
you?
I think I'm definitely going to pick Moving Wild. I like this game very much. I love card drafting. Anyway, this closed draft, like we said, has inbuilt tension. My partner really likes it. Everyone I've shown it to has been very impressed with this game, actually. Like you say,
Absolutely,
very easy to teach, very light and breezy to play. I think this is a cool one and easy to find a space for in my collection.
That's right. And for Crafting Cosmos, again, we said it's a very, very solid puzzle game, but it's a multi-solitaire with limited interaction. Again, if that is your jam, definitely check it out because it's a fantastic product. But you need to like that kind of game, or you need to find the time of playing those kind of games. Because I still think that we'll play Crafting the Cosmos again. It's just the right moment.
Absolutely.
When it's raining outside and you're having your cup of tea, that will be a really good pick.
Yeah, well, there we go. But what do you think? Have you played any of these 3 games? Then please let us know in the comments below. And do you agree with Matt? Do you agree with me? Or do you agree with the third person wants to play Crafting the Cosmos the most out of these 3 games? Do let us know. And if you've made it this far,
well, check the Patreon down in the description. Get the link, and there is a lot of there's a lot
in there right now
of exclusive content. There's gonna be all the early access. There's gonna be all the UKG behind the scenes stuff. So quite interesting, and again, helping the channel grow. So thank you very much if you're already a Patreon, and
thank you very much.
if you're not, well, go check.
Go check it out.
Like it's nice and easy.
Otherwise,
take the subscribe button.
That's
That
always
is
free.
always, we love you anyway.
Yeah,
So we love
absolutely.
everybody. So
Yeah, we love you all. Subscriber, Patreon, or otherwise. Check out the rest of our videos, and we'll see you at the next one.
ciao.
What's to be, game reviews for you and me. What's to be, here's what you should play and see.